Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. TC Spiritual Shepherd back with another one. All right, so today, release and unleash your anxiety. Let it go, and also realize that anxiety is just an energy. It's similar to excitement, but it's excitement. All right, this is the reverse psychology and the double entendre, the meaning behind the meaning behind what it looks like. You know, the spirit behind the body is that excitement. When you start to unleash more excitement in the positive way, like you're going to start to get excited about life. Like you're starting to get more excited about life, and life's starting to get more excited to hang out with you. For real. This is that you know who you are, and you're getting to know who you are even deeper and even better is what I'm hearing. And the way that I am seeing this within my mind's eye, like I said, all the senses are interconnected, and breath brings these things together. Okay, so releasing your anxiety is really just going through the trauma healing responses. So you have to get your synapses, your neurotransmitters, but also like anything that's connected to, because you have neurons in your heart. Okay, your heart amplifies 2,000-fold compared to that of the brain. I'm going to put you guys on. I don't even mind, because I feel like just by putting more energy that's positive out into the world, there's going to be abundance of people that just like and vibe and hang out. And I'm very grateful that there are, people like this who develop themselves and strengthen themselves. Like, you guys are awesome. But ultimately, unleash and release your anxieties. Okay, so you have a lot of anxieties. You have a lot of anxieties about certain things, but, all right, big but, all right? You have a lot of anxieties, but what you can actually do is you can turn that anxiety into excitement. This is called transmutation. This is called alchemization. Alchemicalization. There you go. Alchemicalization. So it's alchemical, which is the pineal gland, the pineal gland, the pine cone, which is the first original flower of life, which happened before other different forms of the flower of life. Take notes. There's a feminine flower of life and there's a masculine flower of life. I don't think that either are bad, but I do think one tends to be more pure, as well as I also see that you can have or be born of a different frequency and still heal and still transmute and alchemize that energy. So I think that there are those. I do believe in that. I do know that, from experience, just like seeing people that, I see people around me all the time who are living more in accordance with nature, and they tend to be a lot happier of people because they're in tune with nature. And then there's some people who are more in the matrix, and you can feel their frustrations because they know that it's not necessarily what they need or want or are supposed to have in their life. All right, for instance, anxieties. A lot of us, we need to breathe deeper. We need to breathe deeper to alchemize those lower vibrational aspects, which are held in our hips. They are held in our sacral, our solar plexuses, our sacral plexuses, or plexi. Our solar and sacral plexi, 2 eyes, okay, or plexities. See, because they're complex. They are complex. What? They hold neurons. They hold complexities. They hold synapses, neurons. They hold these things that are directly connected with other aspects, meridian points, nadis, channels, You know, that's where we get the 144,000 from, is that there's 72,000 masculine and there's 72,000 feminine. And then you start to see the actual aspect of combining those and merging those energies together to what? Have 144,000. It's a newness of life, as well as it is marriage, because it's two becoming one internally via the dark room process, or I'm sure there's other processes too that I don't even know about, which there's my humility right there. Is it's like, I know that I know that it sounds sometimes that I could be like arrogant or whatever, and I don't care however people look at me. That's fine. It's whatever. And maybe I need to heal through it. But my main thing is like, life in and of itself, depending on how you're born or whatever, is humiliating, and humility in and of itself. It is humility. It is being humble. Is that you start to realize that you have other different things that you can live through and you can grow in and develop in. So there's a lot of power that comes from that. We want to be able to channel heavenly energy here onto earth through us. That's what we want to be able to do. We want to be able to channel heavenly energy through the ground. That's why, like, rubber soles, like, they want to have rubber soles so you can't absorb negative ions through your feet, through your soles, bro. You can't, your soul's supposed to be connected to the earth. Your soul's not even connected to the earth if you have rubber soles. And like, everybody everywhere is wearing rubber soles. But when I went to Belize, bro, it changed my whole mind. It changed my whole freaking mind. It changed my whole mindset on everything. And like, it's just different. I just see the world differently. And that is great, because this makes me want to release my anxiety. This makes me want to release and unleash my anxiety and turn it into excitement. Like, I'm just meant for different things than what people think I'm supposed to be doing. And mine's a different type of mindset. It's like, dude, I would love to go to Belize for 5 years and live there for 5 years, build myself a house, or I would bring forth some money towards them to building houses for them, building 5, 10, 20 properties for them, building properties for myself, and being able to strengthen the land and not colonize it. That's the whole thing, but bring intention to it and then leave, rather than trying to see. But I see how that's how, like, people did it. Is like, they just did it over time, over 100 years, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, 600 years, 700 years, 800 years. And they just did it over time. And eventually they cleaned the clock. They reset they did a lot of different resets. A lot of people don't realize, but like, there's the 1 or the J or the I that's added before the 800. And that I is so the first 1,000 years, the first original 1,000 years is a very important 1,000 years. And depends on where you're born at in those 1,000 years too. But that's probably more, I would say, that I'm picking up is a way more known, like, they are more spiritually attuned to reality. They're more spiritually attuned to reality. It's powerful. Powerful. We have the ability to be able to wield our power here on earth. We have the ability to wield our power here on earth. Like, you don't think that you, like, I know this sounds crazy, but you don't think that you're a demigod. They don't think that you're like half God, half man. They don't look at you like that. Nobody looks at you like that. Nobody looks at themselves like that at times. At times. Because there is who have discovered this, and they realize that they're directly connected to that line. We're all directly connected to that line. There are indirect connections to that line. Okay, so that's where like